Olivia Martinez took a breath as she stood in front of the big glass building in downtown Seattle. This building was really something. It looked like it cost a lot of money. The sun was shining on it, making all sorts of pretty patterns on the glass. Olivia Martinez looked down at what she was wearing. A white blouse and a simple skirt. And she felt like she did not look good enough to be there. She really needed this job to work out. The money she would make from this job would pay for her mother's doctor bills and her brother's school tuition. Olivia Martinez was counting on this job to make her life better. The elevator ride to the floor felt like going up to a whole different place. When the doors opened, Olivia walked into a penthouse that looked more like a fancy hotel room than a house. The windows went all the way from the floor to the ceiling, and you could see Puget Sound clearly. It was beautiful. There was art on the clean white walls. Everything in the penthouse was perfect and expensive. It made Olivia feel a little nervous. The penthouse was really something. It was so big and fancy, like a luxury hotel suite. It had a great view of Puget Sound. A woman with a face came around the corner. She was in her 50s. Olivia felt better when she saw the woman smile. The woman said, "You must be Olivia. Welcome to the house. My name is Margaret. I am the house manager here. Mr. Sterling is still on a phone call." The twins really want to meet Olivia. They're very excited to meet Olivia.
Oh.
Before Olivia could say anything, two energetic people ran into the foyer. The girl had brown hair and bright hazel eyes. She went first. Then a boy with the hair and eyes came in, but he was not as excited as the girl. "Are you going to be our nanny?" the girl asked fast. "My name is Emma, and this is Lucas. We are both 8 years old." "I am 8 years old and 3 months old, so that makes me a little older than Lucas." "Lucas is 8 years old." Lucas rolled his eyes in a way. He said to Emma, "You are late by 7 minutes, Emma. It has been 7 minutes. Olivia got down on her knees so she was at the height as them. She was feeling really nervous. That started to go away. "It is really great to meet you both," Olivia said. "My name is Olivia, but you can call me Olivia if you want, or you can call me Liv. That is fine with me. I like it when people call me Liv." Emma said, "That is a name." She was already holding Olivia's hand. "Come on, we will show you the playroom and our rooms and the library and everything. It's about our home, the library, and all the other things," Emma said to Olivia. The kids pulled Olivia through the penthouse. They were talking fast about the games they liked in their school. They said their last nanny was nice. They thought she was boring. The reason they thought she was boring was that she never wanted to play superheroes with them. Olivia started laughing. It felt really good. She had not laughed like that in a time. The kids were so excited. It was easy to catch their excitement. The children and their games in school were all much fun to hear about. Olivia found herself laughing again because the kids were just so full of energy. The kids and their love for superheroes were making Olivia feel happy. After the tour, Emma pulled on Olivia's sleeve. "The bathroom is down that hallway. It is the door on the left. Or maybe it is the door on the right. I always get the bathroom doors mixed up, the left and the right. I mean, the bathroom is down that hallway, but I am not really sure if it is the left or the right." Olivia really had to go to the bathroom. Her bladder was hurting for the 20 minutes while they were walking around the apartment. "Thanks, sweetie. I will be back." She walked down the hallway trying to remember what Emma told her. The door on the left, that is what Emma said. Maybe it was the right. There were a lot of doors in the hallway. They all looked the same. They had metal handles on them. She stopped for a moment, not sure which door to pick. Then she chose one. Turned the handle. The steam hit her face first. It was warm and thick. Then her eyes got used to what was in front of her. The scene before her was something. Time just stopped moving. Everything was still. The steam was still rising. Time seemed to freeze completely for her. The scene with the steam was really something for her to see. Time seemed to freeze completely. A man was standing in the bathroom after taking a shower. The shower was one of those with glass around it. This man had water over his body. His body looked really strong and nice, like it was made of marble or something. You could see all his muscles. They were not too big. He had shoulders and a chest that went down to a small waist. His hair was dark. It was pushed back with water still falling from it. The man's dark hair was really slick and shiny because of the water. The thing that really caught her attention was his eyes. His blue eyes were very piercing. They got even wider because he was so surprised. His blue eyes looked at her, and she was horrified. They just stared at each other for a long time. It felt like forever, but it was probably only 2 seconds. His blue eyes and her horrified gaze were locked on each other. Olivia screamed loud. She put her hands over her eyes. She could still see the picture in her mind. It was stuck there forever. "I am really sorry," Olivia said. "I thought this was the bathroom for guests." "It is not. It is a bathroom, not the right one. Emma told me to go left. Maybe she meant I should go right. I am so sorry about what happened. The bathroom for guests is else, I guess." Olivia felt bad about what she did. She said, "I am really sorry" again because she was really upset about going into the bathroom. Olivia was talking about the bathroom. How she made a mistake? She felt around for the door handle behind her. Her face was really red and hot. She thought it was the hottest it had ever been. Then her hand found the knob. She pulled the door shut quickly. She leaned back against the door in the hallway. The door was shut now, and she was standing there with her back against it. She was in the hallway. The door was closed behind her. From inside, she heard a nice laugh. It was not mean or upset. It was a laugh. "That is definitely a first meeting," the voice said from behind the door. "I think you are, Olivia. Welcome to the family, Olivia." Olivia wanted the expensive marble floor to just open up and swallow her whole. She quickly walked back to the living room. The living room was where Margaret was putting out afternoon snacks for the children. Olivia thought about the marble floor again. How it seemed to be getting to her. The marble floor was really expensive. Olivia could not stop thinking about it. Margaret said to Olivia, "Are you okay, dear?" Margaret looked at Olivia, saw that her face was really red. "You look like you have a fever," Margaret said. Olivia said, "I just met Mr. Sterling." She was so surprised that she could hardly get the words out. Margaret's eyes sparkled when she understood what happened. She said, "You walked into the room, did you not?" "Do not worry," Margaret said to the person. "Jonathan is a man. Jonathan will not be upset with you because Jonathan knows these things happen." Emma ran over to me. She said, "Did you meet my daddy?" "My daddy is really great. I think my daddy is the best." Before Olivia could think of something to say that did not involve talking about Emma's father showed up. He was wearing jeans and a white shirt with the sleeves rolled up, which showed off his strong arms. His hair was still wet. This made him look really handsome in a casual way. This made Olivia's stomach feel funny. Olivia thought Emma's father looked really good, and this made her feel a little strange. Because she had seen Emma's father before, and she had seen a lot of him. The man said, "You must be Olivia," and he held out his hand to shake hers. It made his eyes look really nice. His eyes are very blue. He said, "My name is Jonathan Sterling." He looked a little sorry. Said, "I am sorry that we did not meet in a normal way." He then said, "Emma is still learning which is her side and which is her right side." Olivia felt his hand around hers. It was warm and firm. She really did not want to think about what his hand was doing 15 minutes before. His hand was holding a towel. That was all. Olivia tried hard to forget that part. She did not want to think about the fact that he had nothing on when he was holding the towel. Olivia was thinking about his hand, how it was touching hers now. "Mr. Sterling, I am really sorry," she said quietly. "What I did was very wrong. I should have knocked on the door before I came in. I promise you that I will never do something like that again, Mr. Sterling. It was not a thing to do, and I feel bad about it. I will make sure to knock time, Mr. Sterling. Please, you can call me Jonathan. No harm was done." His smile got a little bit sneaky. "You have timing. I was just thinking that this job interview was too serious and boring." Olivia felt really bad. She could not help but a laugh was coming up. There was something about the way he was acting, the way Olivia saw that he was trying to make Olivia feel better, not worse. He was doing this in a simple way, which made Olivia feel a little more at ease with Olivia herself. "Daddy can stay for dinner?" Lucas asked, pulling on Jonathan's shirt. He said please because Lucas and his friends want to show Live their video game. They really want Live to see the video game. Jonathan looked at Olivia again. His face changed a little. His eyes got softer. His smile was not just a joke anymore. It was a smile. "I would really like it if you stayed," he said. "We usually have dinner around 6:30. It is not a deal, just a regular dinner with the family." When he talked about family and included her in it, easily Olivia felt a warm feeling grow inside her chest. She then heard herself say, "I'd like that." Olivia thought about the family he was talking about. It made her feel happy. The way he said family, including her, just seemed natural. The afternoon was really fun. Olivia felt happy and calm when she was with the twins. The twins were very nice. They made her laugh. They were also very good at being funny. They behaved really well for kids who were 8 years old. The twins showed Olivia the cool city they made with Lego. They also showed her the books they liked to read. Then the twins wanted to teach Olivia the card game they liked to play. Olivia liked the card game. She had a good time playing it with the twins. Jonathan would show up every now and then. Sometimes he just stood in the doorway, watched them with a face that did not give away what he was thinking. Times he would join in and play with them. Olivia couldn't. Noticed Jonathan all the time. She liked the way Jonathan laughed. She saw how kind Jonathan was to his kids. Every often, Jonathan and Olivia would look at each other across the room. Olivia really noticed Jonathan when these things happened. Jonathan was very good with his children, and Olivia saw this. When they had dinner, they all sat around a table. This table was really big. Could fit 12 people, but it felt nice with just the 4 of them. Margaret made a good pasta dish. They talked a lot. It was easy. Jonathan wanted to know more about Olivia. He asked her where she came from and what school she went to. He also asked about her family. Jonathan listened carefully to what Olivia said. He asked her questions and told stories about the twins when they were little. Margaret and the others liked listening to these stories about the twins. Jonathan talked about the twins and Olivia listened. "Our mom is in heaven," Emma said, while we were eating dessert. "She became ill when my sister and I were very young. The thing is, my sister and Emma do not really remember our mom, but our dad shows us pictures of our mom." Olivia's heart felt really tight when she heard the sadness. In Emma's voice, it sounded like Emma was just stating a fact, which made it even sadder. Olivia looked over at Jonathan. He was completely still. His jaw was clenched up really tight. Olivia said that the woman was really pretty. "The woman was very beautiful," Olivia said gently. "You and the other person look like the woman." Lucas said, "That is what everyone says. My daddy says that she would have loved Lucas and me a lot." Jonathan said this to me in a quiet voice. He sounded very sad. "He told me that she really did love me. She loved me more than anything in the whole world. The thing is, she just could not stay with me." The moment was really sad. Olivia felt like she did not belong. Then Jonathan looked up and saw her, and she saw that he was thankful. He appreciated how Olivia was being careful with the situation. Olivia could see the gratitude in Jonathan's eyes when he looked at her. Jonathan was happy that Olivia was handling the moment in a way when the kids went to brush their teeth and get ready for bed. Jonathan walked with Olivia to the elevator. They were standing in the foyer. It was the first time they were alone together since what happened in the bathroom. Jonathan and Olivia were by themselves now. Jonathan said, "Thank you for today," in a voice. "The kids really like you a lot already. This is something that does not happen often with the kids." Jonathan thought that the kids taking to someone quickly was really rare. The kids already love you. That is very rare. These kids are really wonderful. You have done a job with these children. They are very nice. It has not been easy for him. He ran his hand through his hair, which is something she was starting to see him do when he feels really down. He has to be both mom and dad to the kids. He also has to run his company. He wants to make sure the kids feel loved and safe. Some days he feels like he is just trying to stay afloat, Olivia found herself stepping closer because she was really moved by the truth in his voice. He said, "You are doing a lot better than getting by. The people around you are happy. They seem very confident and kind. This is not something that just happens for no reason. The fact that they are happy and confident and kind, this is because of you, Olivia, and the way you are with the people. Around you, they are happy and confident and kind. Jonathan looked at Olivia. It felt like the air around them got heavy. He said, "I'm glad you are here, Olivia. I think Olivia is what this family needs." The elevator made a noise. That was the end of the moment. Olivia got inside, turned around to look at him. "I will see you on Monday morning." He said that he is looking forward to it. His smile was really nice and warm. It seemed like his smile was saying that something good is going to happen. They do not know what it is yet. As the elevator doors closed, Olivia leaned against the back wall, her heart racing. This job was supposed to be simple. Take care of 2 kids, earn good money, keep things professional. But standing in that foyer with Jonathan Sterling, seeing the vulnerability beneath the billionaire exterior, feeling the magnetic pull between them, she knew nothing about this. Situation was going to be simple at all. The first week passed in a whirlwind of new routines and unexpected moments. Olivia arrived each morning at 7:30, greeted by the twins' enthusiastic hugs and Margaret's warm coffee. Jonathan was usually finishing breakfast, dressed impeccably in tailored suits that showcased his commanding presence. Every morning, their eyes would meet across the kitchen island. And every morning, Olivia felt that same electric jolt. By Wednesday, she noticed a pattern. Jonathan always found reasons to linger. He would ask about her plans for the day with the children, discuss their progress with homework, or simply stand nearby while she prepared their snacks. His presence was both comforting and unnerving. "Oh, staring again," Margaret whispered one afternoon as they prepared lunch together. Olivia had been watching Jonathan through the kitchen window as he played basketball with Lucas in the driveway. "I'm not staring," Olivia protested weakly. "I'm just making sure Lucas doesn't get hurt." Margaret chuckled knowingly. "That man hasn't smiled this much in 3 years. Not since before his wife passed. You're good for him, dear. Good for all of them." The words settled into Olivia's heart with a mixture of hope and fear. She couldn't afford to develop feelings for her employer. This job was too important, the salary too necessary. But every time Jonathan smiled at her, every accidental brush of their hands, every moment of shared laughter over the children's antics, she felt herself falling a little further. Thursday evening changed everything. Jonathan came home earlier than usual, his tie loosened and exhaustion evident in the lines around his eyes. The twins were finishing their homework at the dining table, and Olivia was reviewing Emma's math problems. "Daddy." Emma jumped up. "Liv helped me understand fractions finally. I got all my problems right." Jonathan's face lit up as he examined his daughter's homework. "That's incredible, sweetheart. I'm so proud of you." He looked at Olivia with genuine appreciation. "Thank you. I've been trying to help her with fractions for weeks. She just needed a different approach," Olivia said modestly. "She's brilliant. Just needed to visualize it with pizza slices instead of numbers." "Pizza makes everything better," Lucas declared, not looking up from his science worksheet. Jonathan laughed. The sound, rich and warm. "Speaking of which, how about we order pizza for dinner? My treat. Olivia, please stay." "I insist." Over pizza and casual conversation, Olivia learned more about Jonathan's life. He had built his tech company from the ground up, starting in his garage 12 years ago. His wife, Catherine, had been his college sweetheart, his partner in every sense. When she died from a sudden brain aneurysm 5 years ago, his entire world had collapsed. "I went through the motions for so long," Jonathan admitted after the children had gone to play video games in the other room. He and Olivia sat at the table, the remains of dinner between them. Work, kids, sleep, repeat. "I functioned, but I wasn't really living. I forgot what it felt like to look forward to coming home." Olivia's throat tightened with emotion. And now, his blue eyes met hers with an intensity that stole her breath. "Now, I find myself rushing through meetings so I can get home earlier. I catch myself smiling at random moments during the day because I remember something funny you said, or the way you laugh with the kids. You've brought light back into this house, Olivia. Into my life." "Jonathan," she whispered, her heart pounding so hard she was certain he could hear it. He reached across the table, his hand covering hers. The touch was electric, sending warmth radiating up her arm. "I know this is complicated. You work for me. You're younger than me. There are 1,000 reasons why I should keep my distance, but I can't stop thinking about you. From that very first moment, even in all that embarrassment and chaos, something clicked into place. Olivia turned her hand over, lacing her fingers through his. I feel it too, every single day. I tell myself it's inappropriate, that I'm being unprofessional. But then you smile at me and nothing else matters. What do we do about this? Jonathan asked, his thumb tracing circles on her palm. I don't know, Olivia admitted. I need this job, Jonathan. My family depends on this income. I can't risk losing it. You won't lose it, he said firmly. Whatever happens between us personally, you will always have a place here with the kids. They need you. I need you. He paused, vulnerability flickering across his features. But I want more than just having you as their nanny. I want to take you to dinner, just the two of us. I want to know everything about you. I want to see where this could go. Olivia's practical side warred with her heart. Every logical thought screamed that this was dangerous territory. But looking into Jonathan's eyes, seeing the hope and fear mirrored in his expression, she couldn't deny what she felt. Okay, she said softly. Let's try. Carefully, slowly, but let's try. The smile that transformed Jonathan's face was worth every risk. He stood, pulling her up with him, and for a moment they just stood there. Hands clasped, the space between them charged with possibility. Can I kiss you? He asked, his voice rough with restrained desire. Instead of answering, Olivia closed the distance between them. Their lips met tentatively at first, a gentle exploration. Then Jonathan's hand cupped her face, deepening the kiss, and Olivia felt herself melting against him. His other arm wrapped around her waist, pulling her closer, and she responded by threading her fingers through his hair. The kiss was everything, a promise and a beginning. Tender and passionate, familiar and thrilling. When they finally broke apart, both breathing heavily, Jonathan rested his forehead against hers. I've wanted to do that since the day you walked into my bathroom, he murmured. Olivia laughed breathlessly. That's a very specific moment to fall for someone. What can I say? You made quite an impression. His eyes sparkled with humor and affection. Besides, any woman who can handle that level of mortification with grace and then still show up the next day is someone special. Over the following weeks, their relationship blossomed in the spaces between daily life. Jonathan would wake up early to have coffee with Olivia before the twins woke up. Stealing quiet moments of conversation and gentle touches, he started coming home for lunch, claiming he wanted to check on the children but really just wanting to see her smile. The twins, perceptive as always, began noticing the change. One evening, as Olivia was tucking Emma into bed, the little girl looked up at her with knowing eyes. You make Daddy happy, Emma said simply. He smiles all the time now, like he used to in the old pictures with Mommy. Olivia's eyes filled with tears. Your daddy is a wonderful man, and you and Lucas are amazing kids. Do you love him? Emma asked with the brutal honesty of childhood. The question hung in the air. Olivia could have deflected, changed the subject, but something about Emma's earnest expression demanded truth. Yes, she whispered. I do love him. And I love you and Lucas too. Emma threw her arms around Olivia's neck. Good, because we love you too. And Daddy needs someone to love him back. That Saturday, Jonathan's mother, Patricia, came to take the twins to the Science Museum, giving Jonathan and Olivia their first completely alone day together. They spent the morning cooking breakfast together, laughing as Olivia's pancakes turned out lopsided and Jonathan's eggs were slightly overcooked. We're a disaster in the kitchen without Margaret's supervision, Jonathan observed. But he was grinning. Speak for yourself. My pancakes are abstract art, Olivia defended, holding up a particularly misshapen one. Jonathan pulled her into his arms, kissing her soundly. Your pancakes are perfect because you made them. They spent the afternoon on the penthouse terrace, lying on a blanket under the sun, talking about everything and nothing. Jonathan told her about his dreams for expanding his company into sustainable technology. Olivia shared her aspirations of eventually opening a learning center for underprivileged children. You have such a good heart, Jonathan said, playing with her hair as she rested her head on his chest. One of the million things I love about you. Olivia propped herself up on her elbow to look at him. One of a million? At least, his expression turned serious. I love how patient you are with the twins. I love your laugh, especially when you snort a little because something caught you off guard. I love how you always smell like vanilla and sunshine. I love that you're not intimidated by my money or status. I love how you look at me like I'm just Jonathan, not Jonathan Sterling, the billionaire CEO. He cupped her face gently. I love you, Olivia Martinez. Completely, terrifyingly, wonderfully in love with you. Tears spilled down Olivia's cheeks. I love you too. I tried to keep it professional, but you're impossible not to love. You're kind and funny, and such an incredible father. You make me feel seen and valued and cherished. I love you so much it scares me. Don't be scared, Jonathan whispered, wiping away her tears with his thumbs. I've got you. We've got each other. As the sun set over Seattle, painting the sky in brilliant oranges and pinks, they lay together on that terrace, wrapped in each other's arms, and the promise of a future neither had expected but both desperately wanted. 3 months later, Jonathan gathered his children on the living room couch. Olivia sat beside him, her hand clasped tightly in his. Emma and Lucas looked at them with curious expressions. Kids, we need to talk to you about something important, Jonathan began, his voice steady but filled with emotion. You know that Liv is your nanny, and she takes wonderful care of you. But over these past months, something else has happened. Liv and I have fallen in love with each other. Emma's face broke into a huge grin. We know, Daddy. We're not blind. Lucas nodded in agreement. You guys are always smiling at each other, and you hold hands when you think we're not looking. Jonathan laughed, relief evident on his face. Okay, so you knew. How do you feel about it? About Liv being more than just your nanny? Will she live with us? Emma asked hopefully. Olivia squeezed Jonathan's hand before answering. We're taking things slowly, but yes, eventually that's the plan. Will you be like our mom? Lucas asked quietly, his vulnerability showing. Olivia's eyes filled with tears as she knelt before the twins. I could never replace your mother. She will always be your mom, and her love for you will always be part of who you are. But if you'll let me, I'd like to be someone who loves you and takes care of you and is here for you always. We can figure out what to call it together. Lucas thought for a moment before nodding. I think Mom would have liked you. Daddy says she always wanted us to be happy. She would have loved Liv, Jonathan said, his voice thick with emotion. And she would be so proud of the amazing, kind, loving kids you've become. Emma launched herself at Olivia, wrapping her arms around her neck. I'm glad you walked into the wrong bathroom. Best mistake ever. Everyone laughed through their tears and Lucas joined the hug, followed by Jonathan wrapping his arms around all three of them. 6 months after that conversation, on a beautiful spring evening, Jonathan proposed to Olivia on the same terrace where they had first confessed their love. The twins were hiding behind the planters, barely containing their excitement as they watched their father get down on one knee. Olivia, you walked into my life in the most unexpected way possible, and you've been surprising me ever since. You brought light back into our home, laughter back into our days, and love back into my heart. You've shown my children what it means to be truly cherished, and you've taught me that it's okay to live again, to love again. Will you marry me? Will you officially become part of this crazy, wonderful family? Through happy tears, Olivia nodded. Yes, 1,000 times yes. The twins burst from their hiding spots, cheering and jumping, as Jonathan slipped a stunning ring onto Olivia's finger. They celebrated with champagne for the adults and sparkling cider for the kids, with Margaret appearing with a cake she had secretly prepared for the occasion as Olivia stood on that terrace. Surrounded by the man she loved and the children who had captured her heart, she thought back to that mortifying first day. Walking into the wrong bathroom had seemed like the worst mistake possible. But sometimes, she realized, the best things in life come from the most unexpected moments. Jonathan pulled her close, kissing her as the twins made exaggerated gagging sounds and Margaret snapped photos. The Seattle skyline glittered behind them, witness to a love story that had begun with embarrassment and blossomed into something beautiful. I love you, Jonathan whispered against her lips. I love you too, Olivia replied. Wrong bathroom and all. They laughed together, and in that moment, everything was exactly as it should be. A family not bound by blood or convention, but by love, laughter, and the courage to take a chance on unexpected happiness. The penthouse that had once felt like a gilded cage to Jonathan now felt like home. Olivia had brought warmth to the sterile spaces, joy to the quiet halls, love to the hearts that had been healing for so long. And it all started with one wrong turn, one embarrassing moment, and the realization that sometimes the best things in life happen when you least expect them. As the evening wound down and the twins finally went to bed, Jonathan and Olivia stood together watching the city lights twinkle below. He wrapped his arms around her from behind, and she leaned back against his chest, perfectly content. Thank you, Jonathan, murmured into her hair. For what?
For walking through that wrong door. For staying. For loving us. For being you. Olivia turned in his arms, reaching up to cup his face. Thank you for giving me a chance. For seeing past the embarrassment. For letting me into your heart and your family. This is everything I never knew I needed. Their kiss was soft and sweet, a promise of forever in the making. And somewhere in heaven, Catherine Sterling smiled, knowing that her family was finally whole again, loved and cared for by a woman with a heart big enough to honor the past while embracing the future. The story that began with a mortifying mistake had transformed into a beautiful love story, proof that sometimes the wrong door leads you exactly where you're meant to be.